Welcome to the first Lego Mindstorms tutorial video. In this video, we will be demonstrating the basic NXT software and varying features. To begin, open your NXT program. This is what will appear after loading for a few minutes. I already opened it to save some time. On the right side of the program, you will see Basic Robot Sensor. Basically, it will contain varying programs to give you some basic starting functions and ideas. Similar to what we're doing, but a little bit more basic. If you want more room to program, hit the X. Now to begin programming, let's just open an untitled program. This is what will appear. This is your basic programming area. In here you'll be placing all the blocks you'll be using to create any program you want to use. When programming, you're going to use three different types of cursors. It always starts with the default select cursor. With this cursor, you can select any block, move it around, or delete it. You'll also be given the pan cursor, where you can move the window to see your program if it becomes too large to fit in just a single frame. You'll also be given the comment. Basically, if you want to leave a note to yourself or remember an area of interest, you'll use the comment. Now, to begin, let's demonstrate the basic building blocks we'll be using. On the left is where you'll be able to select everything you'll need to build. Every function and block is contained in the middle select area. This is the one we'll be using to build all our programs. The first area is common blocks, second area is action blocks, third area is sensor blocks, fourth area is logic flow blocks, and the fifth area is logic data blocks. In the common area, we have the move block. This is your generic motor movement block. You can use it to select a single block or multiple blocks and motors. This will move the motors at varying power, rotations, and directions. This is the one you'll be using most of the time. Now if you want to remove a block from your program, just hit it and click your delete button. Another common block is the record. We won't be using this very much. In a later video, I'll demonstrate it in more detail. You also have the sound block. The sound block allows you to have your robot make a sound once it reaches a certain point in your program. You can have it say a varying number of things that are already loaded into this program. You can go online and get more sounds if you want to, or place your own sound that you create into this block. Onto the action blocks. You have the motor block. This is the one we'll be using most of the time. This allows you more control and precise detail over a single block. I'll explain all these various features at a later time. You also have the display block. This will allow you to display something on your robo box. Next are the sensor area. These are all the sensors that you are able to use in your program. First one is your touch sensor. This is your basic building block that you use for logic statements. The touch sensor, it'll register that the touch sensor has been pressed, and after it's been pressed, it will proceed with the rest of the program. Just like the touch sensor, there are other sensors, like the sound sensor, where it will wait till the sensor registers what it's meant to do, and then it'll continue with the program. I'll explain the rest of these sensors and how to use them in later videos. Next is your logic flow area. You can have your robot wait a certain amount of time from certain things. You can have it wait till the touch sensor is pressed, or how many seconds, or any of the other sensors that we will list from the sensor area. You can also use loops. A loop is a basic while statement where you can place any of the blocks by selecting them, placing them inside your loop statement. What will happen is all these blocks will work until a chosen function happens, and it'll leave the loop statement. You could also have it so that way these functions will repeat forever. I'll explain this more in a later section. You also have your switch block. This is to allow you to choose your robot to make a choice. You could have it, if a touch sensor is pressed, do what's in the top row, or if it's not pressed, it's in the bottom row. Always remember, though, that it's always a yes or no question. Basically, is the touch sensor pressed? Yes, it'll go to the top. Is the touch sensor pressed? No, it'll go through the bottom. Just like with the while loop, you can put a block inside. Finally, we come to the data logic area. We primarily would not be using these in any of our programs except the math function. This is helpful when creating a chain of logic statements using numbers created from your sensors and motors. I'll explain how to use this block a bit more, but basically you'll be able to use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division when using numbers and math in your program. Finally, I'll show you how to save. Go to the top and hit your save. You can label this as tutorial video 1 if you so choose. You can name it whatever you want to, but just remember that it has to be .rbt at the very end of it. It will save the program into your Lego folder on your computer. And that's all for this video.